Namaste everyone, this is Salim. Today we are going to discuss new chapter, that is class 7th history lesson, New Kings and New Kingdoms. So as you know, in the 17th century there are many dynasties emerged in our India. For example, Gurjara Pratyaharas, Cholas, Rashtrakutas, Palas and Chahamanas. And this lesson mainly focus on how new dynasties emerged in our India, and as well as how one or other dynasties were well known for their administration. Okay, so we will discuss about their administration, we will discuss about their art and architecture, so we will discuss about their how dynasties run by the new kings. So before we move to that, so let us discuss about the how these dynasties emerged. I said by 17th century these were the dynasties emerged in our India. So there is a history how these kings, some of the subordinates of the kings, or how new kings established their dynasties. Whoever the kings were ruling in a particular regions or dynasties, the kings had some subordinates. Those subordinates are called as samantas or landlords. They were the landlords, they were the rich persons, they were the noble persons. So, the king used to share some powers to the samantas. What about power? They used to look after the military administration. They used to give military support to the king. So like that, there are many subordinates of kings in different regions, in different places of our subcontinent. So by gaining some powers, by gaining some wealth from the king, sometimes they themselves declared as independent. They themselves declared as Maha Samanta or Maha Mandeleshwara. They themselves declare as independent Maha Mandeleshwar. So like that, they become the independent persons in some of the regions. And when once they reach a highest peak of the power, they used to remove the king and become the king of that regions. So like that, many dynasties, many new kings emerged in 17th century. So remember that samantas, who were the samantas and landlords. Okay, so one such example, one such samantas who became the king, who were the subordinate of other dynasties, they are given in this lesson, that is Rashtrakuta. Rashtrakuta in the Deccan. It is one of the dynasty, and do you know this Rashtrakutas they were the subordinates of Chalukyas. The main leader was Danti Durga. Who was Danti Durga? He was the main leader of this king of the Rashtrakuta. So Danti Durga was subordinate of one of the one of the dynasty called Chalukyas. So like how I said that by gaining power, by gaining some wealth from the kings, they themselves declare as independent. Same thing happened in the Deccan. One of the dynasty called Rashtrakutas dynasty was emerged by declaring themselves as one of the king of the Deccan. Oh, that such king was called as Danti Durga. So by performing one of the ritual called Hiranyagarbha, it was one of the ritual. By performing this ritual, he declared himself as a Kshatriya. They themselves declared as one of the Kshatriya of the Rashtrakuta in the Deccan. Okay, so like that what happened, one dynasty, like this type of dynasty emerged in 17th century. So like that there were many Samantas, there were many subordinates of kings was they used to establish their dynasties and run their administration. So let us look at the administration of the king. While once they gain the power, they used to start their new administration. So how was the administration of this Danti Durga, Rashtrakuta or other dynasties? Okay, so by gaining power, by gaining wealth, even also they used to adopted some titles. The king used to get what the titles called as Maharaja, Adhiraja, that is great king, three Bhuvana, Chakravartin. These were the titles, and by getting like this type of titles, by getting like this type of positions, they used to share the power with their subordinates called as Samantas. Always this landlord used to support to the king in terms of military, in terms of wealth, in terms of many other things. Okay, and what about the resources? How they used to obtain the resources? They used to obtain the resources from the producers, especially from the peasants. As you know, India is well known for one of the agricultural part of our agriculture part. Most of the percentage of people they much depends on agriculture. So whoever rule in our India, whoever start their administration over in India, they much depends on the producers. They used to get revenue from the peasants or farmers. Same thing in the case of Rashtrakuta also, the king collected the productions. They used to collected the resources from peasants, cattle keepers, artisans. Peasants, artisans, and cattle keepers. Sometimes these are claimed as rent. They also get the rent from the peasants for their land. So this is about how new dynasties, after establishing of new dynasties, they run their administration. Mainly they must depend on the producers, mainly they must depend on the peasants, and from that they used to get resources and they run their administration. And what about the revenue? Even they also collected the revenue from the traders. Okay, and to run at their administration, they used to collect the revenue, and also, do you know for what purpose they used to spend this revenue? For the establishment of palaces, for the construction of temples, and as well as for the construction of forts, and they also mainly they used for to fight wars. Okay, so this is about the administration, how they run, and also I said in the beginning till now how new dynasties emerged and how new kings established their power. Okay, so keep in mind that about Samantas, landlords, how Samantas, landlords themselves declared as independent. Now they established their dynasties. So this is up to now, this is about the administration. Thank you.